Okay, a lot of editing can be done just within the timeline. Let me give you some examples. First, what we're going to do here is start with our clip of Rob dialogue, and I'm going to go ahead and drop Rob in. Notice I'm having a hard time getting Rob down on V1, and that's partly because it's not targeted. Okay, I can turn linking off, which is linking basically makes it so that when I click on one clip, I get the audio that goes with it. If I turn that off, I can grab just his audio and then turn it back on so that when I select one, it connects all three. Once I have Rob's dialogue into the timeline, I'm going to go ahead and pull down the Bloomies clip. Okay. Now I can grab multiple clips in the timeline a couple different ways. One is just by clicking and dragging selections over those individual images. Okay, that'll select them all. I can also just click on one and hold down the Apple key and as I click on the next, and that will select multiple objects. I can also just hit Apple A and that will select all of them. Okay, so lots of different ways to select clips. As I mentioned before, with individual clips, you can grab the edges of them to either extend or reduce the clip. Okay? In this case, I'm stretching the clip out to the media limit, which in this case is 7 seconds and 29 frames. Okay? So any clip I have, not only can I grab and slide around, but I can also extend out if I need more clip and there happens to be more footage with it. Okay. Now for a couple of tools to help you manage these clips, and I'm going to go over here to the toolbar. Okay, the first thing you'll notice is actually it's right next to the toolbar, and it's called snapping. Okay, it's just the letter N. All right, snapping makes it so that the playhead snaps to the end of the clips. Notice these little triangles that come up on the clip when I go ahead and click to the end of it. You'll notice that if I hit the end key, now when I drag through, it doesn't actually connect to, or doesn't snap to the end of that clip. And there's times when snapping can be helpful and times when you want to get rid of it. Okay. Next to that is the selection tool. See how it says, actually it's going off the wrong one there, it should say the letter A, there it is. So the keyboard shortcut A is a great way for selection tool. The other one you'll use a lot is B for razor blade. Another one you'll use a lot is Z for zoom, and then the last one is P for the pen tool. Okay, let me show you how these work. Okay, first, obviously you've been using the selection tool, so that's just the letter A, and that's just for clicking and grabbing and moving. Okay, but now if I try the B tool, notice how the icon is turned into a razor blade. Okay, that razor blade, wherever I click, will actually chop the clip. And you'll notice that now I've got this clip into two pieces. Okay? If I put that back and I want to erase that clip, I can actually control that, click that, and say join through edit. And that's a way to rejoin two clips that have been cut. But using the razor blade, I can easily isolate different clips. If I hit BB double blades, it'll cut through multiple tracks of video. So notice how just like that with the selection tool and heightening it, I was able to delete out that clip. Okay. If I wanted to replace it again, I could just stretch it out and then again control click that and join through the edit. Now I've rejoined those clips. The other thing I wanted to show you was the zoom tool, which you saw was just Z. We already saw that once. By clicking into it, I can zoom into a piece of audio, hitting ZZ, and I'll be able to shrink it back. Okay. Also, editing in the timeline is done really easily by using this clip overlays button, as I showed you before, in combination with the pen tool. So when I hit the pen tool over here, or just hit the letter P, I can set those keyframes, which are these pink dots, and grab them down so that the volume level changes. Here the volume level changes. When I do it up here, the opacity changes. Okay? And now you can see that the volume is going to go down as the clip becomes transparent. Okay? If I ever want to delete one of these, PP on that will actually give me the pen minus tool, and I can just click on the dots and they'll disappear. Alright. One other feature that we'll use a little bit later is the audio meter, which is the AU meter right over here. And that too can be a really helpful tool. So for now, just go ahead and play around with the arrow, the blade, the zoom tool, and the pen tool for adding keyframes, and see if you can change opacity and volume levels.